the ringers get set up. Not yet. You guys, not yet. Not yet. I'll tell you I'll give you specific instructions. Okay. This year the concert beneficiary is the Second Union Church in Puerto Rico. They are in a position in which they are able to give immediate need, and the reason we have a connection with them is because there are no, that's fine. No, that's fine. Carlos Rivera, who's a Handbell director down in Puerto Rico, he does university students as well as high school, has come to international symposiums where both of these choirs have attended, and so it's his church, and so they have, we have been in contact with them. Christy Kubo, yes. Christy Kubo, she sent us a letter that the ringers, Ismio and Kazu, are going to read to you, telling them a little bit about the background and where your monies will be collected. I'm going to have them read it, and there's a couple of pictures she was able to send. They don't have a great internet yet because they don't really have that much electricity yet. So I'll hand it over to the ringers to talk a little bit, and then if you want to start by, if you're writing a check, you can write it out to Emmanuel Lutheran Church. On the memo line, please write Second Union, and you can wait to write out how much you'd like to give after you hear what they have to say.
A letter from Christy Kubo, coordinator of relief efforts at Second Union Church in Guanabo, Peru. Puerto Rico, sorry. First and foremost, let me thank you on behalf of the people of Puerto Rico for your support and your generosity. We are in a position to directly help so many families and individuals, and this would not be possible without your caring hearts. First, let me provide you with a little background. As you know, September 20 was the date that the Hurricane Maria made a direct hit on our island. Just 3 weeks after Hurricane Irma skirted the north coast, leaving 1 million without power. Maria, a far more devastating storm, made her way from the southeast corner to the northeast corner, ravaging everything in its path. Entering the island near Humacao, the hurricane caused widespread coastal flooding, in addition to more damaging flooding of streams, rivers, and lakes. Many homes in the low-lying region were affected by both surges. We have seen community after community where residents have flooding up to levels of 7 feet in their homes, with accumulation as much as 2 feet of mud. Blocks after blocks are lined with furniture, mattresses, clothing, and possessions as people were forced to get rid of everything. Then, of course, the winds pounded every inch of the island, ripping galvanized steel roofs off warehouses, churches, hospitals, and schools. Wooden homes were destroyed, and so many people who live in homes built with tin roofs are now looking up at the sky. The wind brought trees and old utility poles down everywhere. Not to mention landslides. For the first week, many communities were isolated because there was no way to clear the roads. We are grateful to the American military and Army Corps of Engineers who have made great progress opening up roads and repairing bridges which were taken out.
Hurricane Maria also devastated our electrical grid. Today, 70 days later, only about 40% of the island has power. In the metropolitan area, approximately 60% have power. However, just to give you an idea, at our church there are probably only 40% with power. The outlying communities have now gone 3.5 months without power. Communications, which were practically non-existent for the first 2 months, have improved substantially for those in the metro area, but it continues to be a major issue for those around the island. Generators are finally available, but many cannot afford to purchase them, and others cannot afford to run them because they consume a lot of fuel. So all that to say that we have made a commitment, both to those who have donated money and to God, that we will make sure that every dollar we have received will be distributed to those who need it most. During the first 2.5 months, we focused on getting supplies to those who had been the hardest hit. We had teams from our church who went into the communities, both near and far, loaded with water, food, lanterns, OTC meds, air mattresses, water filtration systems, clothing, insect repellent, etc., to reach out to those who truly need the aid. As we did this, We came across so many families and individuals who lost so much. It was truly heartbreaking. We decided that with the money raised, we would reach out to these people to help them meet their most basic needs, and that is what we are doing now. We have a comprehensive network of pastors, community leaders, social workers, and agencies, and asked them to provide us with the names of people in their communities who have been hit the hardest. Once we receive the pre-screened names, we meet with the families and figure out together what their greatest needs are. If their need is for articles that can be purchased, we accompany them to a local store, and after they have selected the items they need, we pay for the items. In some instances, they may need cash for a security deposit to move into temporary housing. Others may need cash to begin rebuilding their roofs or properties. For the most part, we have found thus far that their greatest needs are for new mattresses, appliances, inverter generators, battery-operated or solar-powered lights and fans, clothing, towels, sheets, etc. In this way, we are able to reach out to people throughout the island for God's glory. We ask for your continued prayers for restoration of electricity and water, and for God's blessing during our recovery process. We are so very grateful to you for your financial donations. They are literally changing the lives of so many. May God bless you all, and Merry Christmas.
So at this time is when Brianna and Chloe can come up and they will take your collection. At the end, Louise will collect it at the end, and she'll let us know, hopefully before we finish the last piece, how much we have collected. I was speaking with Tim Wah, who's a... Sorry. I was speaking with Tim Wah, who's a director who directed Riverside last year, and he is good friends with Carlos. And Carlos actually, he still does not have power. He has one window out, so he feels very fortunate. But he still has no electricity, no water, so he has to eat out all the time. So he apparently eats at the Denny's because they don't have a refrigerator. He can't buy anything and keep it cold. So for him, he's gone back. He came to visit at Thanksgiving and came to visit Tim, but still felt he needed to go back because a lot of the students are still without power. So any little bit that you can help, we appreciate it.